little.
Japan.
Greetings. Hello everyone. Can you hear me? Press 1 if you can hear me, please. Thank you. We're live. Hi, ME PHI ME, Jerry G. We're getting started. We're gonna get into it because a lot of y'all don't know what medical doxing is. Well, today I'm going to enlighten you a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. All right, let's get into it. Like the stream. Like the stream when you come in. Like the stream. Who knew you could live a full life on an empty stomach? Good evening. Good evening. Thank you for joining me. Can everyone hear me okay? Press a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. I just want to make sure. Because apparently my audio sucks. So I wanted to make sure this time that everyone could hear me loud and clear. Loud and clear? Shout out to the chat room. I see you, Leonard Deyuda. I see you. Jerry G, the cynical one, ME PHI. Thank you all for joining me. It seems as though, I had to interrupt my birthday celebration to come online and address something very serious. As you all know, I have been doxxed in the past. I have been medically doxxed. So I thought that, this would be the proper time to come online and remind everyone of a few things, especially when it comes to these divestors, the people who work for them, the people who work under them, and the people who watch them that they don't know are watching them do it. So obviously we need a refresher. So shout out to all the Leos. I'm not really into zodiac signs and things like that, but if you are a Leo, happy birthday. I'm a Leo. I'm celebrating too. But I just thought I would go ahead and interrupt my birthday festivities to come on this bitch and put these hoes in their proper place where they belong, which is beneath my motherfucking feet. Do you hear me? Thank you, Akibetha, because it means a lot. And all this ties into what I want to say regarding those of you in the divestment community that work for Veterans Affairs. You've already been reported, bitch. You make it so easy for people to convict you of these cyber crimes because y'all sit y'all raggedy asses up on these weekly streams on Patreon, in your Discord, on YouTube, bragging and boasting about what the fuck you do for a living as if we give a fuck. It wouldn't matter what you do because you're not even using your medical position in the workforce to help people. You're doing it to hurt people. A lot of you hoes that work in Cedar Park, I went to that VA clinic for care. A lot of you motherfucking people that work for the call center at the VA clinic, outpatient clinic in Austin, I used to go there for care, but I don't anymore, in part thanks to you motherfuckers. Y'all sit y'all raggedy ass up in these government offices playing with people's medical records, playing on these people's phone systems, and you think that there are no consequences for it. You get by, but you don't get away. I thought Diddy taught y'all that. You get by, but you never get away. So since y'all want to meddle in people's medical records and manipulate files and then come online and brag about it in your private chat groups and things like that, see, Cat Williams taught y'all. He tried to tell you to mind your fucking business, but you didn't listen the first time. So you've been cordially invited, bitch. Congratulations. Texas has just passed some new anti-doxxing laws. I thought maybe I'd come online and interrupt my birthday festivities to let you know that part. And they're getting ready to pass some more. Shout out to the great state of Texas, by the way, because we make shit happen. Unlike some of these other... Anyway, I ain't gonna get into that. You got to be careful what you do in this world, because the good thing about this world and this society that we live in, the good thing, everybody ain't corrupt. Everyone isn't corrupt. And on my last stream, when I said that there are people that sit high and look low, I meant that shit. I've been watching y'all on this platform for years. Dox veterans, dox couples, and people that go down to the VA for medical care. We're veterans. We didn't defend our Constitution to come back from war and to come back from duty to have our medical records doxed by the very organizations that are paid to care for us. This is why the VA system has failed veterans, because there's a lack of supervision up there in these offices and in these buildings. Anytime that you have employers working for your organization, and they have the freedom and the access to just so casually at any point access someone's records, look at who they see coming in the lobby, and then going on live streams and on social media ranting about it, that's a fucking problem. That's a violation of HIPAA law and privacy laws and a bunch of other shit too. Now, you bragging about being a nurse, you're bragging about your position and your degrees and what you do, but how does it make you look when you're sitting up on a public platform putting out people's health information? That's okay. That's okay. Don't explain it to me. You'll have to explain it to a federal judge in court. How about that? Because everyone's not corrupt. Everyone's not like you, bitch. And they know who I'm talking about. And it's not just that community. It's other people and men even that work for them to do this shit. Because a lot of them so-called females over there in y'all live streams and in y'all spaces, those are men hiding behind female avatars and female names. They're not women. But y'all are so smart, you couldn't even figure that out. You're so fucking smart, but you couldn't figure that part out. A lot of the people that you have over there aren't even women. And how do I know this? Thanks to digital forensic scientists and private investigators who get paid professionally and legally, by the way, to ethically hack these devices to catch cyber criminals such as yourself. Because y'all ain't nothing more than domestic terrorists either. You're no different than the incels that sit on this platform and harass women, harass married men, and do those types of things. You're no different. See, I ranted about the manosphere, and now I'm gonna rant again about y'all. Because you fucking deserve it, and you earned it. Because a veteran's wife, a service member's wife and children shouldn't have to worry about these things when they're going to an appointment and they have to use their TRICARE or TRIWEST to go to a VA clinic or even a clinic on post. They shouldn't have to worry about this type of shit. But thanks to you bitches and you domestic terrorists, Texas has passed new anti-doxxing laws and they're getting ready to pass some more. I have had one-on-ones with our political leaders, our lawmakers, and our policy the people that form our policies. I have private conversations with these personnel in meetings, in political meetings, and I use my voice as a veteran to enforce change because we need it. Because a lot of y'all are no different than these illegal immigrants that come and cross our borders and harass and stalk Americans, other Americans. You're no different than them. You're domestic terrorists just like them. And we need the laws. We need those laws in place because it's people like you that need to be called out and reminded. You're not in charge of shit, bitch, just because you're a nurse and you have access. If anything, that puts you in more of a vulnerable situation, in more of a vulnerable position. Because you don't get paid to release people's medical records and come online and rag and rant because you want to rah and he and ha ha. No, you don't hold the power, ma'am. You don't hold the power. So obviously you need a fucking reminder. And don't even worry about it. We have your government names and your IP addresses, and your voice changers aren't going to help you because a lot of you hoes trying to get your voice to sound like mine. The voice changer ain't gonna help you. The VPN ain't gonna help you either. You should have thought twice, and you should have listened to Cat Williams when he told y'all to mind your fucking business. But you didn't want to listen to him, so you gonna find out. You gonna figure it out when you stand before a federal judge and explain it to them and try to reason it and put the pieces together. We gonna find out then. See, you hoes get a microphone, and instead of using your voice to rant about something that's affecting people, you want to destroy people. And then you come on this platform and act like you're so anti-doxxing, but behind the scenes of things, y'all setting people up to get hurt. You finding out where people live, bitch. I don't give a fuck if you know where I live, because chances are I probably know where you live too. Real talk. Because see, I do believe in necessary evils, and I do believe in fighting fire and fire when it's necessary. That's not my standard operating procedures round this bitch. I believe in a necessary evil when it's proper and when it's needed. But some of you never learn. You just never fucking learn. And you get drunk off of this platform called it's called YouTube and Twitter and whatever else. And thank God for the platforms, because they have allowed us the tools to catch criminals like you motherfuckers. Y'all ain't running shit but your fucking mouth. And you've ushered yourself into your own demise using your platform to dox, to stalk. Half of y'all don't even know. These discords, there be private investigators, federal private investigators in your discords. And they're needed. Especially after the fuck shit that happened back in 2019, which y'all putting people's social security numbers and shit like that in private chats. Yeah, they're needed. We need those infiltrators. Yes, we do. Because some of y'all, you think because you haven't gotten caught legally and you haven't stood before a judge yet, or you haven't gotten them silver bracelets, you think that you're not going to be held accountable and atoned for what you've done, and you will. I promise you that. If it takes a decade, it'll happen. And I put my life on that. It's going to happen. You will be held accountable. All the shit that even happened to me in 2019, we're still pursuing justice for some of the people that doxed some of my medical records back then. I'm not going to open that and go back into that, but that person, he knows who he is, and it ain't over. You get by, but you never get away, ever, because there are records that are kept forever. So at the end of the day, attention to the internet. Why do we have VA workers doxing military veterans on social media? Why? Y'all like to play. And some of you, you're so dumb. See, you can't use a voice changer when you work for a VA call center. Some of you have very familiar voices, very recognizable voices. When we call and you say hello, then you hang up the phone. Yeah, because you recognize my voice. Bitch, I want you to know who I am when I call. You work for me. You get paid to route our calls. You get paid to check us into our appointments, to give us the information that we need to get shit done. And a lot of us can't get shit done because the VA got motherfuckers working for them that are playing sick games like that with our time, with our medical records. We're trying to get stuff done so we can get the help that we need and heal. But you got motherfuckers like that sitting up in call centers playing games. And some of them are at home playing games. Hanging up, rerouting calls. So it's okay. It's okay. I'm glad to know you think like that, though, because everybody's not corrupt. And the last thing that you ever want to do, I don't understand why criminals do what they do. Why would you go work for a federal organization to commit, just casually every day, just commit these crimes? And you think that nothing's going to come of it? Okay, well, we're going to see. We're going to see. How you doing, Handling Jones? Yeah, it has been a while. Welcome back to the channel. 1D forever? No, because a lot of people on social media have no clue what medical doxing is. Because when they think about doxing, they think about the traditional form that we've ranted about for so many years. But medical doxing is a real thing. And you have a lot of nurses, and we know that who they are because they sit on panels and brag and rant and hee-haw about what they do for a living, their degrees, and they independent and they don't need no man, and where they work and things like that. There are those medical care workers that do their job to the full scope of their practice, and they deserve to be saluted, respected, and rewarded for that. But you have some of these nurses out here that are using their positions in the medical workforce to harm people. And something should happen to them in return. And then something's going to happen to them in return. Because it's not right what they're doing. And they're affecting people's real lives. They're affecting people's children. And it's all laid out, because see what people typically do when they haven't been caught, if they don't create some type of pattern, they still continue to do it. So in any sense, it's going to be that much easier to catch them because they never stop. They never stop. They're going to keep doing it because they think they can. And that's typically how the federal system works. They will give you the rope to hang yourself, and more than likely 9 times out of 10 people are going to fucking do it. Because they get drunk off that thing, off of that so-called power they think they have. No, you don't have power. You have that sort of job. You're more vulnerable because you have liability sitting on your neck because you're handling people's medical records and charts and shit like that. Who would want to put that type of pressure on themselves? Only a dumb motherfucker would do that. And I know they dumb enough to do it. And we're gonna sit here and watch them do it. Okay? Because you ain't divested when you doing shit like that. Y'all claim to be so motherfucking divested, but for whatever reason, y'all can't stay out of fuck shit. Y'all love to play in shit and mud and slime and piss all over the damn place for sport. And just like you, there are people that get paid to do it legally. And they looking right at y'all while y'all doing this shit. They looking right at you and laughing because your time is coming. Your time is coming, so keep hee-heeing and rah-rahing and doing whatever you do on your life. That shit ain't scaring nobody. You don't scare anyone because you don't run shit and you don't own shit. You just run your fucking mouth because people will listen and pay you because they're dumb just like you. So you're keeping each other dumb. Yeah, that sounds real divested to me. That sounds real divested to me. That sounds real motherfucking divested to me. I interrupted my birthday festivities to come online and warn you all, my listeners, and even some of you motherfucking hate watchers, because I know y'all in the clouds. That's where the fuck you gonna stay, because you know you probably had a part to do with some of this shit. And that's where you should stay. Eat your fucking heart out. Because you can't sit at this table over here. The frequency ain't even healthy. The frequency is too high for you. You wouldn't even be able to sit here. You thinking you about to get this government job to stalk and harass YouTubers, random people on social media. But when it's your turn, don't cry. Because I'm going to tell you something. That door swings several ways. And the things that you do to people can also be done unto you. But some of y'all are too dumb to figure that out. So we have to go to the drawing board and help you figure it out. So Texas is going to keep passing these anti-doxxing laws. I'm going to keep talking to our leaders. I'm going to keep reporting several of you to the federal Veterans Affairs system and to the chief of staff over there, which I have personal and private contacts to them as well, to let them know that you have employees working at these call centers doing this type of shit. Because I know y'all not going to stop. See, I got time. I don't have to work. I don't work. My job is to stalk you. That's my job, and report you to the feds. So in part, I guess you could say I work for the feds. Yeah, bitch. You fixated on me, and now I'm a fixate on you. You've obsessed over me, so now I'm getting ready to obsess over you, and we're gonna see how you like it. And I promise you, when that door swings back your way, you're not gonna like it, because I got time. Only thing I have to do is study because I'm in school. Other than that, bitch, you on my mind. You're on my mind. You're always on my mind. Yeah, that type of energy. You got my attention and I'm a fixate on you now, bitch. I'm the veteran who honorably served. And we can't even call or even go up there a lot of times and get the proper channels to intervene to get us connected to the resources that we need. Even some of you crisis coordinators use your social media platforms and you come on these divested channels every week to talk about the things you see in your medical setting, and that is illegal. You're not supposed to do that. But since you don't know that, we're gonna help you figure it out. And some of y'all live right here in Texas. Some of y'all, right, like I said earlier, right there in Cedar Park. Grew up here. Austin, Texas is my hometown. So you came to the wrong state to participate in fuck shit. You came to the wrong state to do that. And Texas loves their veterans. So you might want to rethink that lifestyle, honey, because you're getting ready to find out. And this is what I meant on my last stream when I said, if you have to be exposed, it's not going to be on YouTube. It's going to be in a courtroom before a federal judge, and you're going to have to stand before the state of Texas, a jury, okay, and watchers, KXAN, and whatever other news source to expose your raggedy ass for doing this terroristic shit to people on the internet. That's not why the internet was created. Hey, the powers that be, how about we do this since we want to step back into the 50s? How about we step back into a time where everyone needed a security clearance to use the internet? How about we do that? Can we make that happen? Can we go ahead and make that happen? Can we step back into a time when we needed security clearances to use the internet? Because it seems to me like this shit is driving people crazy. They don't know how to handle a microphone or a live stream or video editing. They want to use it to be domestic terrorists. So how about we go back to a point in time where we needed security clearances to even log on, to even look at an internet? How about we do that? Is that possible? I know they say be careful what you wish for, but at this moment in time, what other solutions do you have? Should I drop my link? Does anyone have a solution to this bullshit? Huh? How you doing, 18th letter? Shout out to you too. Thank you for joining me. So how about we do that? How about we step back into time, back into the, I don't know, what decade was that? When we needed a security clearance. Because it seems to me like some of y'all really got this shit confused. Some of y'all forget some of us have crazy relatives that watch our streams. And they see this shit that y'all do to YouTubers and they don't like it. They don't type in chat rooms. They don't have social media accounts. You want to know why? Because they don't fuck with the internet like that. If they're on the internet, it's to handle business. It's to watch the stock market. It's to work a deal, to trade, because they're writing books. Booking appointments for clients, for patients, that sort of thing. Not using their access to the internet to terrorize people because they said something that you didn't like. But then they want to tell me my skin is too thin and I'm a crybaby and I'm weak because I cry and I come on here and I take everything personal. Says the motherfucker that the minute you say something they don't like, they want to take your life out. They want to stalk you. Play around with your mail. Play around with medical records. But I'm the one with thin skin. No, motherfucker. Your skin is so thin. Where is it? Where's your skin? Because if you're on a public platform and someone says something to you that makes you want to have such a visceral reaction that you want to hurt them or dox them or invade their privacy, you don't need to be on the fucking internet. Because what's going to happen? You're going to sit around and underestimate the situation and forget that door can swing back your way too. And that goes to show why a lot of you can't even sit still in one state. You bounce around from state to state because you're a fucking criminal. And you're running from accountability, from a lawful accountability. But you want to tell me I'm definitely sensitive, but ain't shit about me weak. You don't even know my life story. You have no idea what I've conquered and what I've had to overcome and what I currently deal with. You know nothing about me for real. I come on this bitch, sometimes I'll have a drink and rant, talk my shit, pop my shit, but really and truthfully, you motherfuckers don't know me. Because if you knew my life story, you'd probably cry. But you don't deserve to know it because you wouldn't even understand it if I explained it to you. You still wouldn't understand it. Y'all take this shit as a joke. And a lot of y'all are finding out that's not what the internet is for. And that's your own fault. Because you sit here and put batteries in each other's back. You get your donations, you get your clout. You're going to have the clout. You're going to have all the clout you want. We're going to make sure you never forget what having clout feels like. We're going to make sure. Hi, T. Riddler. And I'm not saying that everyone in the judicial system is just and everything like that. But as I said earlier, the good thing about this world that we live in, and I forget this sometimes, everyone's not corrupt. Everybody ain't like you. And when I say you, I'm talking to the criminals who terrorize people on the internet. Because you have a lot of people that preach a good game in public on live streams. Ex-doxxers and stuff, but behind the scene, they're still doing the same thing. Well, Neon, how do you? I know this because I've had to hire private investigators to catch people who were invading my privacy. And if you were smart, you would do the same or stay off the platform, but no one's going to get in the way of my voice. I created a channel for a reason. And I'm going to get back to the things that I did, that I want to do, and the plans that I have moving forward. But sometimes you do have to take a break, a time out to let a motherfucker know I ain't forgot. And yes, a target is on your back. I said it years ago because some of y'all don't know when to stop. You just can't stop, won't stop, like Diddy. You just can't stop, won't stop. So there are professionals that get paid to help you stop. Thanks to some of y'all, some people's children have gotten harmed because of your internet antics. And so something needs to happen to your ass. And it's gonna. And if you're a divestor and it don't apply, the best thing you can do is just let it fly and mind your fucking business. You better learn to listen to Cat Williams. Y'all gonna learn to listen to these celebrities when they be warning y'all. They'll give you the keys and the answers right in y'all face, but y'all pick on them because y'all think everything is a fucking joke. Well, we gonna see. We gonna find out. Because some of y'all getting ready to find out. A lot of times when I power up these streams, I ain't talking to you motherfuckers. I'm talking to law enforcement. Because I have some of them that moderate for my channel, but they're not corrupt. Unfortunate for some of you. So a lot of you motherfuckers know to stay y'all ass in the clouds. Because some of you motherfuckers will sit here and type right in my chat when y'all were the very ones that had a lot to do with me getting doxxed years ago. And we haven't forgotten. And I deserve justice for that because I didn't deserve that. I did not deserve that. But instead of getting my lick back, I'm going to do it the right way. I'm not going to go the illegal route because there are people in the streets that'll do that. And I don't live that life. But there are people that do. And there are people that saw what happened to me and they didn't like that shit. I had my turn to join the military. I had my turn to put on combat boots, full battle rattle, sing in march cadence with a whole platoon and brigade of soldiers next to me to stand and fight in the war to defend. I had the opportunity to do that. It's not my job to do that anymore. Now it's someone's job to do it for me. That's how you do things the right way. So keep doing what you do. Because all the things you do, some of y'all I'm gonna tell you something too. These Discord chat groups gonna get some of y'all in a lot of trouble. They already have. I thought y'all learned from the shit that happened back in 2018. Y'all ain't learned from that? Okay, well you're going to. No, ma'am. The only thing that y'all have done is usher yourself into some silver bracelets. That's all you've done. You've just ushered yourself right on into the silver. See, y'all make our job easy. Y'all make it easy because you think you're so damn invincible. Y'all have this psychopathic disorder that makes you just not have a conscience about the things you do. Well, you're gonna find out. It's so sad because some of y'all work for Veterans Affairs, but you come on this bitch and you pretend that you care about the syphilis outbreak that happened in Houston because some of y'all claim to be nurses that work out there. Why don't you do the right thing and help patients? Why would you come online and do that? Why would you come online and make a mockery of that outbreak that happened in Houston? That shit ain't funny. That shit can happen anywhere, and it has happened in plenty of places. It's just that it went viral because it was Houston. But what some of you should do is go back to your state and mind your fucking business and focus on your water system, your air quality, your environment, your weather. All up in Texas business. Go back to your state and mind the business that serves you. Some of y'all gonna learn. Mind your fucking business. There have been people that have relocated to Texas just to fuck with me. And I love it. I love it. Because we sitting here watching you do it. But your time is coming. And when it's your turn, ho, don't cry. And when I say ho, I'm not talking about just you females. I'm talking about some of you dudes too. Because some of you dudes you have an unrelenting need. You people, I don't know what it is, but you have an unrelenting need to just commit crime. It's like you're not breathing unless you're not getting the proper oxygen and nutrients that your body needs for existing unless you're committing a crime. But it's okay, because we're going to help you figure it out. There are professionals that get paid to help you figure it out. So that's what we're going to do. I don't remember. The thing about it, let me tell you something. And this is for anyone who wants to be a YouTuber, a public figure, an entertainer, a gamer, ASMR, whatever genre it is that you choose to go. Always remember this. If you're a public figure, no one has the right to invade your privacy. No one signs up to have their privacy invaded and to be harassed on this platform. Nobody. People need to understand that content creators have boundaries, and we don't owe you shit. We don't owe you our attention. We don't owe you our affection. We don't owe you anything. Boundaries don't go away because someone signed a record deal. Boundaries don't go away, and human rights don't go away just because someone wants to be an entertainer or a public figure. Try it and see what happens in court. Try it out and see what happens in court. Because in a court of law, all that shit, non-disclosure, all that shit goes out the window. If a crime is committed against someone and they decide to press charges or pursue justice, that will be to the full scope of what the law will allow, and there's nothing that you can do about that. Ain't gonna be no, oh, well, you're a YouTuber, so you signed up. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. In a court of law, that shit don't even matter. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. So the next time that you want to brag about being a nurse and brag about what you do for a living over there in your divested spaces or femcel spaces or incel spaces or whatever goddamn space, just understand you're being recorded, and y'all being investigated. You talking about surveillance and privacy? No, we need, from what I can see and gather, we need more surveillance. Because there's too many of y'all done got too damn comfortable doing this shit. And then you have to be made an example out of. Then they want to try to snuff out your platform and your voice because they don't want the truth to be heard or to get out. It's out. It's going to get out, especially the proper channels and authorities and people who push buttons and who move shit. They know. So it doesn't matter. Ryan Little. So we're going to find out, and we're going to see what other anti-doxxing laws Texas is going to pass next, because they're on the way. They're on the way. I've written letters. I've sat in meetings. I've had one-on-ones. And it's going to happen. And it's happened. It's happening. And more of it is going to happen. Do you know how many years? It took nearly a decade to get some of these laws passed. But it finally happened. So I know that consistency and perseverance makes things happen. And that makes me happy. And I'm going to keep doing it. So some of you, essentially, you walked into your own trap. Especially when you get on these streams and rant and rave and you're so passionate about your divestor talking points and everything like that. That's interesting. That's interesting that y'all would be working for the medical system, especially here in Texas, and be online running your mouth like that. That's real interesting. And some of you admin workers and you you know, chicks that work in these medical offices, and your front desk clerks and your check-in clerks and stuff like that. We see y'all. We see y'all. Y'all ain't no damn different. But we gonna see if y'all had that same smoke in a federal courtroom before a judge. We gonna see if you keep that same energy and if you have that same smoke when you gotta explain it in front of a federal judge. We gonna see if you got that smoke night then. We gonna see. We gonna see. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I think Divested Zealot is crazy, but I don't think she would condone medical doxing. And she says a lot of things I think are crazy, but I don't think she would condone that. So it seems to me like there's probably some housekeeping that needs to be done in some of these divested spaces, because all of y'all are being looked at by, you know, like the agencies that get paid to do that. Because a lot of information is pointing back to y'all. So be careful about who you have in your Discord streams and your Discord chat groups, because some of those people are there to infiltrate and to cause chaos and mess and a lot of really bad things for innocent people. So you might want to look into that. I'm just saying, because you don't want to get a label or a jacket that wasn't meant for you. I'm just saying, because I don't think Divested Zealot would condone that. So if you are a divestor and if it don't apply, then the best thing to do is let it fly. Mind your business. If it ain't got nothing to do with you, just stay out of it. Because what's done in the dark comes to the light. It always does. And I don't know how many times we have to see these situations play out for people to get it through their thick head. I don't know if these are new people or if they just found the internet or they just found these spaces. I'm not exactly sure. Some of these people are from the dark web, and they get paid to get people's personal information and steal folks' identity and, you know, things like that. But I don't know who could possibly still be on that in 2024. I just don't even know. It's really weird. Like I said, they can't stop, they won't stop. Like Puff. They can't stop, won't stop. So you go sit at the table with him. You can't sit over here with us. You take your ass and go sit at the table with Diddy. Don't come over here sitting with us, because you the frequency here, no. I promise you, the frequency will make you sick, because you're too disconnected. My only sick obsession is seeing people get justice and seeing myself get justice from you online terrorists and you harassment groups, your terrorist organizations. That's my sick obsession. Seeing y'all and working day and night, blood, sweat. I will spill blood, sweat, and tears to make sure that you're convicted if it's the last thing that I do. That's why Texas just passed some anti-doxxing laws, and we're getting ready to pass some more. So you better stop sending your dummies on your dummy missions to do your dirty work. Do it yourself. Why you gotta pay somebody? Come and do it yourself. You're rah and hee haw and big and bad and all of that. So prove it. Prove it. Let us see the grit in the heart and in that spirit of yours. Since you want so much smoke, come prevail yourself to Texas state law, and we'll see if you got some smoke when you're standing before a judge in a federal courtroom trying to explain the why part. We'll see then, motherfucker. We'll see then. Now, won't we? Some of you hoes know not to bring y'all ass back there. I'm talking about some of you hoe ass dudes too. You soft pussyfied motherfuckers that like to sit up on the internet and attack women all day, harassing women all day. I bet you won't direct that energy to a man. Bring your ass down to the deep south and rock and rumble with a man from Texas though. Bring your ass to the deep south, to the dirty south with that fuck shit. Bring your ass on down to the deep south. And we gonna find out who really about that smoke. Because one thing I know about Texas men, they don't really do too much talking. They don't really do too much talking. Oh, don't click off the stream now. Yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe. Everybody's quiet all of a sudden. People had so much to say. What was it, a month ago when I did my stream? No, I interrupted my birthday festivity just to come online and let you know what the state of Texas got going on for you online doxers. I interrupted my birthday festivities to come online and let you hoes know what's up, and you hoe ass niggas too. And we gonna find out. Everyone is a gangster online, but we gonna see how much smoke you got for that federal judge in that courtroom. And these be the main people. The lives just be fucked up. And I'm not even on something where I'm trying to roast them for having a fucked up life, because they're allowed to have a fucked up life. People go through things. The world is hard. I understand that. But it's when you come online and you want to take it out on other people. Take a break from society, go deal with your issues, and figure out what needs to be done. I don't know, figure it out. But no, you ain't gonna do that, because that makes too much sense. You're gonna bring your raggedy ass online, harassing women, harassing these men and their children that's trying to get some shit done and get laws passed for men that got real men issues. It's men on this platform right now that are paying child support for children that aren't even theirs. And they got to deal with y'all raggedy ass infiltrating their spaces while they're trying to get work done and trying to get laws passed to better marital life for people that are actually legally married. Now, for the people who's sitting up shacking up, I ain't talking about y'all. You're not a golden standard. There's real men that got real men issues in this world. And you motherfuckers sitting online talking about who's sleeping with who, women doing. Really? Is that all? So, for any medical care worker who fits any of this of the descriptions mentioned before, you have a lot of work to do, but it might be too late for you. And as a matter of fact, it is too late. But that's your own damn fault, and that's what you get for bringing your ass to Texas, causing trouble. Now, maybe next time you'll listen to Cat Williams when he told y'all to mind your fucking business. Some of y'all gonna learn, but y'all are figuring it out. And if you're not, you will, voluntarily or involuntarily. In due time, you will. You'll figure it out. Trust me, you will. You'll figure it out. So yeah, for a lot of you, you say you want the smoke. Your wish is gonna come. Your wish is about to come true. But it ain't gonna be no internet smoke. It's gonna be that federal type of smoke. Okay? The silver bracelets type of smoke. The iron, steel, cement walls type of smoke. That type of smoke. And we all know that's the type of smoke you want, ain't it? Oh, it's not. Oh, well, I can't tell. You just can't stop, won't stop. Just like Puff. Just can't stop, won't stop. That's okay. Just sitting up on live streams, sitting in back chats and, Discord groups, committing all types of HIPAA laws, violating HIPAA laws, just AZ, the 1, 2, 3. Just doxing it up in private chat groups, discords, using weird photos, and some of y'all ain't. I don't even know what to say. It's unspeakable. It's unspeakable at this point. So since you love to sit up online and research the private lives of YouTubers. How about you take that same motherfucking energy, because you're gonna need it, and research the laws in your state, or the laws federally, the national laws or whatever, to see, because by the time your ass get caught, other laws are going to be passed. Because laws are being passed in the state of Texas as we speak, anti-doxxing laws, even more of them. They've just recently, like I said, just recently passed some, but they're getting ready to pass some more. So we gonna see how much smoke you're gonna be able to spit out that raggedy ass mush mouth of yours when you're trying to explain it before a judge in court. We gonna see then. Then we'll see. We'll see how much smoke you got for that jury. Cause some of y'all, you talk about my PTSD and me being unstable. Some of y'all ain't got nothing on Diddy. Some of y'all ain't got nothing on Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So since you've proven yourself and you've made it such a point, we gonna let the professionals deal with you. Because some of y'all, you're gonna end up having a nervous breakdown and end up in a mental institution. Because a lot of y'all are taking prescription drugs that you're not supposed to be taking because you think it's cool to pop pills and shit. Okay, well, I tried to share my experience with that with you, but y'all picked on me for it. Y'all ridiculed me for it. You made fun of me. You laughed about it. We gonna see how funny it is when you sitting on that hospital bed with an IV in your arm. We'll see if it's funny then. Because see, I was actually trying to help people, but I stopped having those open panel discussions because it's too heavy. Because you have too many people that want to use it as an opportunity to troll and harass people, and that's not what the series was for. What I'm gonna do is actually restart my female to female stalking series. I'm gonna start that series again, since we have so many women on this platform that have a morbid obsession with other women, and we can no longer call this shit single white female syndrome. We can't call it that no more, because I'm learning that females of all ethnic backgrounds suffer from that. So we just gonna call it single female syndrome, whatever the fuck, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I'm gonna restart my series again. I suspended it because I thought I made myself clear, but I see maybe it's an ongoing thing that just needs to be. After all, those are some of my most watched videos. So let's just restart it and take a deep dive back into the psyche of females that sit online and in back chats and Discord groups and target other women. You're so divested, but you're so stuck on other women. How does that work? How does that happen? Maybe a medical professional can help us figure it out. Maybe they can help us. Hey, Princella, why don't you, since you got so many medical professionals and psychologists and scientists that you interview on your platform, how about you hire someone to come on your platform and explain to your audience the psychology and the dysfunction behind female to female stalking? That's all right. I'll do it. I'm going to restart my series on female to female stalking. That's what I'll do. I'll restart that series and pick up where I left off, because obviously it's needed. And we all share the same audience. Whether they want to type in my chat room or not, I know they're in the clouds and I know they're watching. They're just sitting there recording. And that's fine. Record it. But if you use it, you will lose your platform. Because I didn't give you permission to do that. And you shouldn't be doing that. I'm a creative. I do my own edits. I never asked anyone on this platform to edit a damn thing for me. I've always edited my own clips, my own pre-recorded content, all of that. I never asked. If it's something that I need to figure out how to do, I'll ask myself and she'll figure it out. Because y'all, if it ain't hiring a professional outside of that, y'all aren't reliable. And you're not very honest either. You're not honest. So if we're not dealing with official contracts and official corporations, no thank you. I can edit it myself, and if I can't, I'll figure out how to do it. How you doing, Third Ward? Oh yeah, you're late, sir. You're late, sir. So hopefully some of them will think about what the fuck I just said, because I meant every word. And just hope and pray. Just hope and pray that someone doesn't have to come back on this platform and repeat what I said. Because every time somebody has to repeat it, you're going to add to your sentence, bitch. And I hope you heard that part. With your independent ass. We gonna see who really independent. Because a lot of y'all are independent with your pockets and you got your degrees, but you ain't no fucking independent thinker. That's some of the best wealth you can have in the world, is being an independent thinker and having your own mind. That's some of the best wealth you can ever have and attain in life. But y'all can't even figure that out, but you're so goddamn smart. You got this degree and that degree and this initial and that acronym, but you just couldn't figure out how to be a fucking independent thinker. You couldn't figure that part out, could you? But you want to tell me I come on this bitch drunk and drink and I still make more sense than you somehow. And how do I know? Because the viewers told me. I can literally be drinking. After having been drinking all night, join a panel and still make more logical sense and be more entertaining than half you hoes that be trying to roast me. Bitch, I ain't no motherfucking school teacher. I come on this hoe to entertain. If you want to sit up with your legs crossed and acting like you holier than thou and all that good shit, good luck to you. That ain't my personality. I entertain. That's what I do. I give information. I can do that too while being silly and goofy. Yeah. I'd rather just go and watch paint dry than listen to some of you hoes. Because all y'all do is sit back and bite off my style. Leave fucking away some of you dudes too. And as far as the me phi me shit, I've been saying me phi me since I've been on this bitch. I've been saying me phi me since I've been creating content. This clip is from like 4 years ago. So yes, I've been saying me, and actually, how did I find me phi me? When I was in high school, my cousin, she was cussing some chick out. I don't know, I can't remember what this chick did to my cousin, but she was pissed. And we were all ranting about that shit in the car. And she said me phi me. I learned that from my older cousin. She put me on me phi me game. And she know who she is. She probably listening right now. Shout out to you, cuzzo. I ain't forget. My cousin put me on that. My blood relative put that. She's like my sister. My cousin put me on me phi me. Nigga, while you sitting up biting off my style and biting off my thumbnails and all my shit, nigga, my cousin put me on that. And yes, she watches my shit. And she crazy as fuck. And she in Houston. So no. Don't even try that shit with me. I've been saying that shit for years. There's a reason I don't bring my relatives on this shit. Because if y'all... Anyway, I ain't even gonna go there. It's not needed. Well, I appreciate that, T. Riddler. But we ain't gonna sit here because, see... You know, we gonna see. Because these divestments, they so damn divested, and everybody in between. There's all these subgroups of the Black manosphere, and I hate to say, I really sometimes hate saying that because I understand that some of those dudes over there aren't like that. But it's not this current group. I'm talking about way back from 2017. The energy was totally different. The women used to go over there and heavily support. We used to collaborate on panels together. And everything just changed. So, you know, things change for the good. Things change for the better. Sometimes for the worse. It is what it is. But some things we just don't have no control over. And that just is what it is. And it's not your fault. You feel me? So that just is what it is. But I'm not going to stop speaking up for myself and saying these things, because I understand there are people that don't want to see me on this platform. But as long as I'm here, I'm going to always tell the truth. Because I'm saying the things that other people either are too afraid to say, or they're not going to say it because they already know what it is. They know what the truth is already. But what you have are newcomers who want to rewrite history. They weren't here creating content and putting in the work that we were a third world Colombian back in 2017. They weren't here. A lot of my content is on private. I have live stream panel discussions that I hosted from like 2017 and 2018 that are on private. And I privated them for a reason. But those of you, if you know, you know. A lot of those men come over, join my panel, and we talk about relationship topics, global economics, military science, all types of stuff. So don't make me have to reach back into my archive and recycle that content, because a lot of you hoes, it'll put y'all to shame. Because I'm going to some of these streams and I click off, because sometimes I don't know if I'm listening and watching paint dry or if I can't figure it out. So I have to just click off, because I like to be entertained. Even when I'm getting educated, I want to be entertained. So at the end of the day, I ain't got nothing to prove to you new hoes. I don't have nothing to prove to y'all. So all of that, well, all her channels, so it's boring. How would you know that? How would you know it's so boring if it's so boring? Why are you here? So that must mean you have a thing for boring content, right? Right? Is that what that means? Isn't that what that would mean? Her content is so boring, but you are always tuned into what she got going on. Her content is so boring, but you're always gossiping about her in back chats. Because people send me screenshots and shit. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, whatever. Nothing new. I'm taking up free real estate in your mind. I'm over here focused on my goals. And you're talking about me in a back chat, but yet my content is so boring. It's not boring. Because if it's so boring, why in the fuck are you skywatching and why are you tuned in? Then as soon as someone mentioned my name on your channel, oh, I love Neon. But in back chats, you talking the most shit about me. So which is it? You confused bitch. Which is it? Which is it? Because we know who the confused one is. We know who that is already. But we want to hear it from you, you confused bitch. Do you like it or do you love it? Do you love it or do you love it? Let me speak a different language. Do you hate it or do you hate it? Do you understand now, you confused fucking hoe? Should I break it down and let me spell it out for you? Because I know you don't know your ABCs. Maybe I should spell it out for you next time in the phonetic alphabet. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe you'll understand that motherfucking language. Ho. Oh, this new shit. If you know, you know, third ward. If you know, you know. Just embarrassing. Sitting up and talking all that shit, but then gonna come on publicly and be like, oh, I love her. Bitch, you ain't never dropped in my chat. You ain't never donated. You ain't never dropped a like. As a matter of fact, you're probably a part of the people that's been trying to get me up off this bitch. And you want to sit with me. Oh, you want to be my friend. Oh, really? I don't know how to be fake. I don't know how to wear a smile. If I ain't feeling it, it's just what it is. I ain't feeling it. And I don't give a fuck who is. I'm not feeling it. So I said what I said. And anybody who don't like it, it's the reason why they don't like it. Because people don't like the truth. people don't like the truth. But you can't change the truth. The truth is here to stay. You can't change the truth. The truth exists with or without you. You don't have to exist, but the truth gonna always exist. That's a fact. And men lie and women lie, but the facts never lie. Ever. So just always remember that. Now, I'm gonna go and resume my birthday festivities. I'm gonna go resume my birthday festivities. We're gonna celebrate like the kings and queens and princes and princesses. Shout out to all the Leos that we are. Okay. And if you a hating ass spectator at this point, I really don't know what the fuck to say to you. Go take a Tylenol PM. Go take some Midol. Go take an IV. I don't know shit. I don't know. I don't have the answers. But I said what I said. And if I have to premiere this stream again, I will do it. I will gladly do it. Because Texas is on it. When it comes to passing these anti-doxxing laws, Texas is on it. One thing about the great state of Texas, we know how to get things done. The right way, the first time. Yeah, third ward. That shit pissed me the fuck off when I saw that motherfucker over there talking about some ME PHI ME. Like, motherfucker, you got that from me and my cousin. We were in high school when we started saying that shit. And those of you who went to Connolly, you know. Sitting over there capping and caping like he knows something about that shit. Man, anyway. I said what I said. Okay? It's Texas. It's Texas. We ain't playing with you motherfucking online terrorists. We coming for y'all. We coming for y'all jugular. Okay? We coming for y'all. We see y'all. Some of you weirdos that move all the way out here to Texas to be on some fuck shit. Your ass gonna get ran up out of Texas. Because if I have to sit up and make a phone call to the Hills Have Eyes, to my relatives from the Hills Have Eyes, if that's what needs to happen, that's what's gonna happen. If I have to go talk to the Hills Have Eyes, family, my relatives up in the hills, the one who knows something about a government experiment and a government project, Houston gonna have several problems. You better go watch The Hills Have Eyes. That wasn't just a movie. And if you fuck around and offend one of my relatives, it's gonna be on for you permanently and up and stuck. Okay? Permanently. You don't know what up and stuck. You better go watch The Hills Have Eyes. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking when I named myself Neon Eyes. It should have just been Crazy Eyes. Crazy Eyes. You better go watch The Hills Have Eyes, bitch. And maybe that'll get you some sense about some things. Because if you think it's not possible, I feel sorry for you. You better go watch that film. You better go do your homework. Because if I have to go get that part of my family and shed a tear, some sweat, it ain't gonna be good. It ain't gonna be good. It ain't gonna be good. So you might want to go do your research on The Hills Have Eyes, because that wasn't no movie, if you get what I'm saying. Because you don't want to become my experiment. You don't want to become my project. I was actually stationed out there while I was in the military. I was stationed at Fort Hood, now Fort Cavazos. So you better go do your research and calm the fuck down. Especially when you out there in Copper's Cove, Texas, or Killeen, Texas. You better calm the fuck down. And when you driving through Texas, you better make sure you have some spare tires. Not one, but probably 4 in your trunk. When you on these back roads and these back highways and byways. Now, go recycle that thought, bitch.
Baby, don't cry no more. Just let her walk out your door. Baby, don't cry no more.